Hello, how's everybody doing? My name is Tamara, and welcome back to another Bible study with me. Today, we are going to be reading Philippians 4, verse 7. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and mind as you live in Christ Jesus. This verse assures us that God's presence transcends human understanding. It's a divine calmness that protects us emotionally and mentally when we must live in Christ. The peace is not dependent on your circumstances or your situation, but is dependent on God's presence. The Apostle Paul wrote this verse as part of this letter to the church in Philippi. Paul was in prison at the time, yet he focused on encouraging the believers to rejoice in the Lord, to practice gratitude, and pray about everything. In Philippians 4, verse 6, it emphasizes the importance of rejoicing, gentleness, and surrendering anxieties to God through prayer and thanksgiving. Philippians 4 through 7, it flows as a promise of what happens when believers do these things. Then you will experience God's peace, the source of peace. God's peace is not something that we can just manufacture, something that you can just buy. It's a gift from Him. It is a gift from God. It's not dependent on our circumstances, but it's dependent on our situation, on our connection to God with Him. Experiencing peace is real, it's tangible, it's a sense of calmness, assurance that believers can feel even in chaos, which exceeds anything that we can ever understand. It's beyond human comprehension. God's peace is supernatural. It doesn't always make sense, especially when life is difficult. No matter what you're going through, yes, it's hard, but you also have to still maintain a sense of peace. Paul wrote this letter while he was in prison, yet he was still joyful and he was at peace. Others might wonder, how can you remain calm during a storm? Everything is going on around you. It's like World War III. This peace reflects God's power and His presence in your life. His peace will guard your hearts and His mind. When anxiety or fear tries to invade, God's peace is there to shield you from being overwhelmed. God's peace is unmatched. As you live in Christ Jesus, the peace is not available outside of relationship with Jesus. It comes from trusting Him, abiding in His word, and walking in faith. You should live daily as if you have the peace of God within you. The peace grows as you intentionally live in alignment with Christ through prayer, through worship, and obedience. You should pray about everything, trust God fully, focus on Jesus, guard your mind and your heart. Avoid letting fear and negativity dominate your thoughts. Instead, meditate on God's truth and remind yourself of His presence. That's all I have for you today. I hope that this Bible study bless you. And I also wanted to remind you that peace isn't the absence of problems, but the presence of God. His peace anchors us, it protects us, and gives us hope beyond what we can see or feel. Trust in God and trust that His promise is for you no matter where you are in life today. In the comments below, if you feel like sharing, please let me know when was the last time you experienced God peace in a challenging situation. Have a beautiful, blessed day, everyone.